The top story and breaking news on eNCA. South Africa's double amputee Olympic and Paralympic hero Oscar Pistorius has allegedly killed his girlfriend. And to give you details on this breaking news this hour, Oscar Pistorius is suspected of killing his girlfriend. Police have confirmed a woman was shot 4 times at a house in Silver Lakes in Pretoria. She was declared dead on the scene.
News of the killing spread throughout the world within minutes as millions turned to Twitter for updates. Meanwhile, news crews were leaping into action. These were the first pictures from outside Oscar Pistorius's Silverwoods gated estate. The facts around the case were unclear, but it was quickly established the shooter was the superstar sportsman Oscar Pistorius. The victim, his girlfriend. Little was known about Pistorius's girlfriend, but it was quickly established that she was Reeva Steenkamp, a model whose career was on the rise. Her name was all over Twitter, but in those first few hours, naming her on television posed an ethical problem. Meanwhile, police told eNCA that Pistorius was in massive shock. Claims started to emerge that the shooting was a terrible accident, that Pistorius may have mistaken Reeva for a burglar. However, witnesses tell investigators and reporters they heard a couple fighting before gunshots pierced the night. Around lunchtime at the Silverwoods estate where Pistorius lives, police gave their first account of what happened and dropped a bombshell.
We can confirm that there was a shooting incident this morning at the home of the well-known Paralympic athlete Oscar Pistorius. There are witnesses and they've also been interviewed this morning.
Eyewitnesses who were there or neighbours? Are you talking people?
We're talking about neighbours and people that heard things that happened earlier in the evening and when the shooting took place. I can confirm that there has previously been incidents at the home of Mr. Oscar Pistorius.
A short while later, the world got to see the Olympic star for the first time since the shooting as he was ushered away by police. By now, the Steenkamp family had been informed, and Reeva's picture was broadcast all around the world.
Her future has been cut short of what all her dreams have been and what she's accomplished in the past. And the family at the moment, Barry and June, are devastated.
As the day turned to dusk, the Olympic legend spent that first night behind bars at the Boschkop police station. And the world was left asking, Oscar, what have you done? On Friday, February 15th, the nation was still disbelieving as Oscar Pistorius made his first appearance in court. As Oscar came face to face with the justice system, more details emerged about the shooting. It was revealed that Reeva Steenkamp was shot through a bathroom door. As Pistorius was led away to spend a weekend behind bars, the media speculation about what happened went into overdrive. One Sunday paper claimed Pistorius attacked Steenkamp with a cricket bat and shot her once as she tried to flee, then fired again through the bathroom door. Internationally, the killing was headline news, with one newspaper even suggesting that a steroid-fueled rage was said to have triggered the shooting. South Africa, and not just Pistorius, was under the spotlight. Fast forward to Tuesday, February 19th. News cameras are barred from filming proceedings as Pistorius fights to get bail. In the absence of TV cameras, the media turns to Twitter. Blow-by-blow accounts are given of the court proceedings. The prosecution, led by Gerry Nel, says Oscar Pistorius committed a premeditated, murderous act. Pistorius' defense team counter that it was a terrible accident. He thought he was firing at an intruder. Pistorius weeps uncontrollably in court, perhaps also thinking of events underway in Port Elizabeth. Reeva Steenkamp is cremated after a private service. Her family emerge afterwards and once again bravely face the media.
But we are here today as a family. But it's only one thing missing, it's Reeva. It's okay. We've got together, but we've missed one. And I think I will get over that with the Lord's praise.
The focus is now back on Pistorius. Investigating officer Hilton Botha tells the court that Pistorius is a killer who will run from the law if given bail. He says testosterone and needles were found in the sportsman's home. But defense lawyer Barry Rue tears Botha's testimony apart, forcing the officer to concede that what he calls the testosterone was actually a mere herbal remedy and not a banned substance. Botha also admits that he has no evidence to contradict Pistorius' version of events. And crucially, key witnesses for the state were between 300 and 600 meters away. They also reported hearing more gunshots than were actually fired. The state's attempt to block bail starts to falter. Oscar Pistorius' family begins to speak out.
Truth will prevail, and as we go along, because I know the truth, I know exactly what happened, and I know one thing is that the puzzle is not going to fit where the state want to fit it. It just won't fit there. It fits here on a very tragic scenario where things happened in such a way that Oscar thought it was a intruder.
As the next day dawned, there was another unbelievable turn in this case. It emerged that the investigating officer Botha is facing 7 counts of attempted murder and other charges of firing his weapon while drunk. National Police Commissioner Ria Piecha dropped Botha from the case, but refused to concede that this was an embarrassment for the police.
I don't know when we talk about embarrassing and we talk about great performance. I'm not a judge, we are not magistrates. We can't say it was sterling performance, not sterling performance. That's not for us to judge. It is for that court to judge.
On this Friday, it fell to Magistrate Desmond Naya to decide whether Oscar Pistorius would spend the next few months behind bars while awaiting trial. After a lengthy judgment, these were his words.
The accused has made a case to be released on bail. Yes!
His battle to be believed has only just begun. Oscar Pistorius will now have to convince a High Court judge that this was a terrible accident and not murder.